The air grew heavy, thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. We had wandered too far, the familiar trail vanishing behind us like a forgotten dream. Panic, a cold tendril, began to coil in my gut. My father, usually so confident, scanned the deepening shadows with a furrowed brow. My mother clutched my sister's hand, her eyes wide with a fear she tried to hide. The woods around us seemed to press in, an endless, silent wall. Every rustle of leaves, every snap of a twig, echoed with unnatural clarity. The sun, once a comforting presence, was now a distant memory, swallowed by the dense canopy. We were truly lost, and something else was stirring. A sudden, sharp cry pierced the stillness. It was my sister, her voice choked with terror. We spun around, but the space where she had stood was empty. Only the swaying branches remained, mocking our confusion. My mother screamed her name, a raw, desperate sound that tore through the quiet. We called out, our voices hoarse, but only the forest answered. The silence that followed was more terrifying than any shriek. A cold dread settled over us, heavier than the encroaching night. We were no longer just lost. We were being watched. We were being hunted. We moved as one, huddled together, our eyes darting into the gloom. Every shadow seemed to lengthen, to twist into menacing shapes. The trees themselves felt alive, their gnarled limbs reaching, grasping. My father pushed us forward, his breath ragged. He spoke of finding a clearing, of reaching the road, but his words lacked conviction. We knew, deep down, there was no escape from this place. A faint whisper seemed to drift through the pines, a sound that was not wind, not animal. It was a voice, formless and chilling, a promise of what was to come. We were trapped in a nightmare. The ground beneath us shifted, a sudden, violent tremor. My mother stumbled, her grip on my father's arm slipping. Before we could react, she was gone, pulled into the darkness with a muffled gasp. My father roared, a sound of pure anguish and fury. He lunged into the void, but there was nothing there. The forest had swallowed her whole, leaving only the lingering scent of fear. We were two now, just my father and I, adrift in an ocean of terror. The hunter was methodical, silent, taking us one by one. There was no struggle, no fight, just an eerie, swift disappearance. We ran, blindly, desperately, through the tangled undergrowth. Branches clawed at our faces, roots tripped our feet. The air grew colder, the darkness absolute. We could feel its presence, a chilling breath on our necks. It wasn't chasing us with speed, but with an unnerving patience. It was always there, just beyond our sight, a silent predator toying with its prey. Every step we took felt like a step deeper into its trap. My father's breathing became ragged, his strength failing. He pushed me ahead, urging me to run faster, to not look back. His voice was a desperate plea, a final act of protection. A sudden, sharp tug. My father cried out, a sound of surprise and pain. I turned, my heart seizing in my chest, but he was already gone. The forest had claimed him too, leaving me utterly alone. The silence that followed was deafening, a vast, empty void. I stood frozen, surrounded by the impenetrable darkness, the cold seeping into my bones. It was here, I knew, watching me. A faint rustle, impossibly close. I could feel its gaze, a weight pressing down on me from the shadows. The hunt was over. I was the last one left.